Who are you? I am the creator of a television show that gives hope and joy and inspiration to millions.
Then who am I?
You're the star.
You're talking about predetermination, which happens all the time. Why'd you catch that?
Because it was gonna fall.
You're certain?
Yeah.
But it didn't fall. You caught it.
7 movies from the 90s and 2000s predicted exactly how we live today: digital addiction, surveillance, and AI making decisions. These films didn't just entertain us, they became a crystal ball for society, predicting everything from how we consume media to how algorithms shape our daily lives. Number 3 on this list, it's literally your daily routine. Number 1, it's so accurate it's actually terrifying. But here's the real question: were these filmmakers just incredibly insightful, or did Hollywood know something we didn't? The late 90s and early 2000s were a unique time in cinema. The internet was emerging, cell phones were becoming common, and filmmakers were grappling with what technology might do to human society. Some missed. Hoverboards, anyone? But others? They nailed it with surgical precision. What made these prophetic movies different wasn't just lucky guessing. They tapped into anxieties already boiling beneath the surface. They saw the early warning signs of where our obsession with technology, entertainment, and control were heading. And now, 20 to 30 years later, we're living in the worlds they imagine. Movie number 7 nailed it before most of us even had internet at home. Number 7, The Truman Show, 1998, Life as a Reality Show. The Truman Show premiered in 1998, 2 years before Survivor launched and 4 years before the word influencer existed. It imagined a world where someone's entire life was performed for entertainment, where privacy didn't exist, and where audiences were obsessed with watching real people live their lives. The show's creator in the film says, "We've become bored with watching actors give us phony emotions. While the world he inhabits is fake, there's nothing fake about Truman himself." Today, we're all Truman. Instagram stories, TikTok, YouTube vlogs. We voluntarily broadcast our lives 24/7. We curate our lives, even our breakdowns. We perform authenticity for an audience of strangers, desperately chasing views, likes, and engagement. The movie asked, what happens when entertainment becomes indistinguishable from life? Answer, everyone becomes a content creator, privacy becomes a luxury, and we start living for the cameras we put on ourselves. And if you think you'd never live like Truman, check your last Instagram story. But that's nothing compared to what number 6 predicted about the surveillance state we're living in right now. Number 6, Minority Report, 2002, when Big Brother went high-tech. Minority Report showed us a world where computers predict crimes before they happen, where your face is scanned everywhere you go, and where advertising is perfectly tailored to manipulate your behavior. In 2002, this felt sci-fi. Today, it's just Tuesday. Spielberg didn't just guess at this future, he hired actual futurists and tech consultants to design what surveillance capitalism would look like. The movie showed Tom Cruise walking through a mall where every advertisement recognizes him personally, calling out his name and previous purchases. You can almost hear the electronic chirps and chimes as each screen detects his presence. The soft mechanical whir of cameras tracking his movement, the stale air of surveillance rooms where operators monitor it all. Fast forward to today. Predictive policing algorithms decide which neighborhoods get surveilled. The constant buzz and hum of security cameras follows you through every store, every street corner, and those personalized ads, your phone literally listens to your conversations to sell you products. Think your phone isn't listening? Watch your ads after you talk about shoes. Your data profile knows you better than you know yourself. It predicts what you'll buy, where you'll go, who you'll vote for, and what will make you angry enough to engage with content. The movie asked, what happens when surveillance becomes so sophisticated it feels like magic? Answer, we barely notice the electronic hum anymore. Speaking of things that control our behavior without us realizing it, number 5 saw our screen addiction coming from a mile away. Number 5, The Cable Guy, 1996. Addicted to screens before screens took over. Jim Carrey's Cable Guy character delivered this monologue in 1996. Soon, every American home will integrate their television, phone, and computer. You'll be able to conduct all your business from the comfort of your own home. The Cable Guy was supposed to be a dark comedy about a lonely cable installer obsessed with television. Critics called it too weird, too dark. But Jim Carrey's character wasn't just a stalker, he was a prophet. This was 1996. Most people barely understood email, but the Cable Guy predicted our entire digital lifestyle, streaming everything, working from home, and, most eerily, how media consumption would create parasocial bonds that replace real relationships. You can almost feel the sticky plastic of remote controls pass from hand to hand, the worn fabric of couches where people spend entire days consuming content. The movie's core warning: that entertainment technology would isolate us while making us think we're more connected than ever. Sound familiar? YouTube, TikTok, Netflix, the same trap Carrey warned about. What about you? How many hours did you spend with friends on your phone versus actual friends yesterday? But we're just getting to the really unsettling predictions. Number 4 saw something that should terrify everyone watching this. Number 4, The Matrix, 1999. Living in a digital illusion. The Matrix predicted voluntary enslavement to digital reality that's more appealing than the real world. It saw our addiction to virtual experiences and our growing inability to distinguish authentic from manufactured reality. Morpheus tells Neo, "The Matrix is everywhere. It's all around us. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television." Today's Matrix isn't run by machines, it's run by algorithms. The soft ping of notifications, the endless scroll of curated feeds, the digital hum of a world designed to keep you plugged in. You can almost smell the burnt plastic scent of overheated phones, the stale air of rooms where people scroll for hours without moving. Echo chamber feeds, deepfakes, AR filters, it's all the Matrix. The red pill, blue pill choice. We face it daily. You choose the blue pill every time you scroll TikTok. We choose comfort over truth. Digital worlds that feel good beat reality that demands thinking. But if you think that's disturbing, wait until you hear what number 3 predicted about how stupid we'd become. Number 3, Idiocracy, 2006, dumbed down society. Idiocracy was supposed to be an absurd comedy about America becoming so anti-intellectual that the smartest person in the country is just average by today's standards. The movie predicted a society where critical thinking is mocked, expertise is dismissed, and entertainment becomes a substitute for education. In the film, plants are dying because everyone waters them with sports drinks instead of water. When asked why, the response is simply, "It's got electrolytes." When pressed on what electrolytes are or why plants need them, the answer is always the same: it's what plants crave. Look around. We get news from TikTok, research from Facebook, and politicians from reality TV. Idiocracy predicted that corporations would exploit our stupidity for profit, that we'd choose entertainment over education, and that we'd celebrate ignorance as common sense. The movie shows a TV show called Ow My Balls, where people just get hit in the groin for entertainment. You can almost hear the static of old TVS, the canned laughter of studio audiences. Compare that to viral content where people hurt themselves for views, and Idiocracy starts looking like a documentary. Most terrifying prediction? That we'd become too stupid to recognize our own stupidity. We'd mistake confidence for competence, loud opinions for expertise, and viral content for truth. The movie was a warning. We treated it as a playbook. Still think this is all coincidence? Because number 2 predicted something even darker, and it's happening right now. Number 2, Children of Men, 2006. A collapsing world that looks too familiar. Children of Men showed us a world of fertility collapse, refugee crises, authoritarian governments, environmental disaster, and the complete breakdown of hope for the future. In 2006, it felt dystopian. Today, it feels like documentary footage. The film takes place in a world where women have stopped having babies, society is collapsing, and governments respond with increasingly authoritarian measures. Refugees are rounded up into camps, nationalism is on the rise, and people have stopped believing in any kind of future worth fighting for. Declining birth rates, collapsing climate, authoritarian leaders, check, check, check. Birth rates across the developed world are plummeting. Many young people openly say they won't have children because they don't trust the future. Climate change is creating millions of refugees, and the political response? Exactly what the movie predicted. Blame the outsiders, elect strongmen, build walls. The most chilling prediction wasn't the fertility crisis, it was how society would respond. Instead of coming together to solve the problem, people retreat into nationalism, blame outsiders, and embrace strongmen who promise simple solutions to complex problems. This movie feels less like fiction, more like the nightly news. Children of Men saw that when people lose hope in the future, they don't become revolutionary, they become reactionary. They don't fight for change, they fight to make everything go back to an imagined better time that never really existed. The movie asked what happens to a society that stops believing in tomorrow. Answer: it starts destroying today. But number one made a prediction so accurate, so perfectly timed, it's almost impossible to believe it was just a coincidence. Number one, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991. The rise of AI. Terminator 2 predicted artificial intelligence that starts making decisions without human input and ultimately decides it knows better than its creators. The system goes online on August 4th, 1997. Human decisions are removed from strategic defense. Skynet begins to learn at a geometric rate. Replace Skynet with algorithm, and you've got today. AI decides who gets jobs, loans, news, even love. These systems optimize for engagement, not truth. We already see AI in hiring, lending, and recommendations shaping what billions of people watch and read every day. Recommendation engines push extremism because extreme content drives engagement. And here's what's terrifying. Today's AI often operates as a black box. We can see inputs and outputs, but the decision-making in between is opaque. Unlike Skynet with a single objective, modern systems optimize a tangle of metrics: maximize engagement, minimize risk, optimize profit. They do exactly that, without understanding the human cost. The warning wasn't that machines would become evil, it's that they would become too good at what we asked them to do, without grasping the broader implications. Whether these were warnings we ignored or blueprints we followed, one thing is clear: the futures are here. We're living in them. The question now is, what do we do about it? These movies didn't just predict our current reality, they also showed us what happens next. The Matrix shows people waking up and fighting back. The Truman Show ends with Truman walking out of the studio. Terminator 2 ends with the future being changed. The protagonists in these films don't just accept their reality, they question it, they resist it, they try to change it. Maybe that's the real message. Maybe the warning wasn't about technology or surveillance or manipulation. Maybe the warning was about what happens when people stop questioning, stop resisting, stop trying to change things. We're living in the worlds these movies warned us about, but we don't have to stay in them. So tell me, are you living in the Matrix or starring in your own Truman Show? Are you addicted to the screens the cable guy warned us about? Are you part of the Idiocracy, or are you fighting against it? Was Hollywood predicting or programming? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me which prediction hit closest to home. Tell me which one scares you the most. And if this analysis opened your eyes, hit subscribe. There's more to uncover. Next week, 7 movies that got the future completely wrong, and why Hollywood wanted you to believe them. The future is coming whether we're ready or not, but maybe, just maybe, we can still choose which version we get. Unlike the characters in these movies, we know how the story ends. The question is, are we going to rewrite it?